ఉన్నా అను నాకు ఆన్లైన్ క్లాస్ ఉన్నా ఒక్క 2 నిమిషాల తర్వాత కాల్ చేస్తాను. ఓన్లీ 2 minutes. Okay, very good morning, my dear friends. Regarding of CPGET 2025 free online coaching for all competitive exams, plant sciences, botany, and other competitive exams. Madam is going to explain about the ALGAE type study in PHAEOPHYCEAE class. Previously, Madam has clearly explained about the chlorophyceae type studies, that is Volvox, Edogonium, and Chara. Madam has clearly explained. After completion of our ALGAE or Phycology, we will going to discuss about the most important bits related to our CPGET and other previous competitive examinations. We will going to discuss. So today's our eminent resource person, Dr. A.RAJANI Madam Garu, Associate Professor, Head Department of Botany, Food Science, Food and Nutrition, RBVRR Women's College, Autonomous, Hyderabad. Madam, please welcome. I have given a sharing option to you. Please share your screen and start your session, madam. Please welcome.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon to one and all.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'll share it. I think the chlorophyceae members are all completed. Now we will discuss about to the PHAEOPHYCEAE member. Slide share.
Madam, please, if possible, please enlarge it. Right,
It's okay.
right. Okay, it's okay. It's okay, madam. Yes, it's okay. Please proceed. Okay.
Yeah. In the last class, we will discuss about to the chlorophyceae members. In the chlorophyceae, each and every class, main is the occurrence and second thing is the what? Anyone? Any doubt? Yeah. Chlorophyceae members are already completed. 3 type studies are there. One is the Volvox, second one is the Edogonium, third one is Chara. In these 3 type studies under chlorophyceae, you know what is the chlorophyceae, where the occurrence are there, what type of habitat is there, and what is the pigmentation system, and coming to the what type of reserve food material, and what is the flagella types, and how many types of reproduction and life cycle. These all things are completed in chlorophyceae. Now we will discuss about to the PHAEOPHYCEAE member. What is the another name of the PHAEOPHYCEae? PHAEOPHYCEae మీకు చెప్పాను కదా, in the classification time I like brown algae or seaweeds also. In this kelps, seaweeds, brown algae, these are the under PHAEOPHYCEae member. Chlorophyll A, what type of pigments are there? Chlorophyll A and pigmentations. In PHAEOPHYCEae pigmentation. మర్చిపోయారా? Chlorophyceae, after chlorophyceae, PHAEOPHYCEae I'll explain now. Types of pigmentation, types of reserve food material, types of reproduction, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C pigmentation, laminaria starch, mannitol alcohol is there. 3 types of reproductions are present. These are the main things of the about to the PHAEOPHYCEae member. Don't forget each and every class where the ocean, this one is the ocean algae. Mostly ocean algae, just few algae, few meanings 5 to 10% of the algae are the few algae. In that algae only to found into the this one normal water, but mostly this one to found into the ocean algae. The pigmentation system is the chlorophyll A and C is present pigmentation. This is a brown algae and very mostly economic importance are present in this algae. Very, very economic important. Most algae found under the economic important seaweeds and kelps are another. These all names are there. And reserve food material also most important. That too, that name is laminaria starch and mannitol alcohol. Both are present. Okay, these are things are very common characteristic feature of the PHAEOPHYCEAE member. Coming to the PHAEOPHYCEAE in UG level, you can study to the only one type study. That type study name is called the ECTOCARPUS. Okay. This ECTOCARPUS, the classification. First, you can bihadid classification or systematic position. These are things. This is the class is the PHAEOPHYCEAE member and order Ectocarpales, family Ectocarpaceae. The genus name is called Ectocarpus. Okay. What the main where is the occurrence? This is a Ectocarpus. See, you can observe in this one the thallus also. In the chlorophyceae, same class, different thallus you can study. Yes or no? One is the synobium thallus is there, and the second one is the filamentous thallus is there. The third one is the branch-like macroscopic thallus you can observe. Same like that, Ectocarpus or PHAEOPHYCEAE members are ocean algae. You can observe very few meters of height. Length is very high. Mostly length is also very high. Like that. A few meters of height also present in, and here the filamentous branching systems are present. And what is the occurrence? It is a marine algae. What is this one? It is a marine algae found throughout the world, particularly abundant along the Atlantic Ocean. A few species are occur in freshwater. Mostly you can observe the way the Atlantic coastal areas is there. In that area, you can observe these PHAEOPHYCEAE members. Only few percent of the plants occurs in the freshwater. The plant, any rock and stones along with the coasts. And some species are epiphytic are under ocean, and some are the epiphytic on other algae. For example, some are the other epiphytic on other algae. Ectocarpus fasciculatus grows on the fin of certain fishes. In the under ocean, many type of fishes are there, no? In that type of fishes, the particular Ectocarpus species, that is the fasciculatus, grow on the fines are the certain fine fish and the certain fishes. Next, Ectocarpus dermatosus or dermonamixus is endophytic Ectocarpus. Epiphytic is there, endophytic also there. Some species is some common Indian species, Ectocarpus. What is this one? Coniferous, Ectocarpus indicus, Ectocarpus arabicus, Ectocarpus fasciculatus. These are grown on fine fish. These are grown on fine fish. This is mostly Ectocarpus is a PHAEOPHYCEAE member. That's why you can observe only under sea ocean or mostly Atlantic Ocean, and that areas also they can observe in this type of algae. And you can observe the plant to attach the any substratum. Some are attached to the endophytic, some are the epiphytic algae. And coming to the next one, what is the structure? Okay, here the structure is most important for Ectocarpus. The thallus consists of two filamentous type. What is that one? One is the profusely branched uniserrate filament. Profusely branched uniserrate. Same like that in Chara also, profusely branching are present. Here also, the Ectocarpus thallus also consists of a profusely branched uniserrate type of filaments are present. And Ectocarpus, the structure of the thallus of Ectocarpus shows heterotrichous habit. What is the meaning of heterotrichous? Two types of branches are present. That is called the heterotrichous branches. What are the two types of branches? Here, one is the creeping branching is there, another one is the erect branch also there. Creeping or erect, that is the two types of branches are present. That's where this is called the heterotrichous habit. This is also most important for the PHAEOPHYCEAE member, that to ECTOCARPUS. Which algae heterotrichous habitat is there? Meaning, you can select the examples also there in the examination time. You can observe the in case PHAEOPHYCEAE member, sorry, Rhodophyceae member, Polycyphonia also heterotrichous type. Depending the question, ask the question and example. Okay, these ectocarpus also heterotrichous thallus are consist of two types of branches. One is a prostrate system and second one is the erect system. That's where both two branches are present. That is called this one is called heterotrichous habitat. What is the prostrate? Two branches are there. See in the picture, you can observe. One second. Where my arrow mark is there, this one. This creeping system is called prostrate system. This system, erect, projecting system name is called erect system. Always two systems are present. That's why heterotrichous habitat. In that heterotrichous, the first system name is called prostrate system. This system, prostrate system, consists of creeping irregular branched filaments. What is this one? Creeping irregular branched filaments. These filaments, which one? These filaments attached to the any substratum with help of rhizoids. With help of rhizoids. What is the prostrate system? Prostrate system consists of a creeping irregular branched filament. These filament attached to the substratum with help of the rhizoids. Here also rhizoids are there. The prostrate system is poorly developed in free-floating species. Where you can observe in this one, where the prostrate system is there, in that prostrate system, poorly developed in where the free-floating species are there in that species. Coming to the second system is called the erect system. Which one? This one. This is the erect. The erect system arises from the prostrate system. Erect system always arises from the prostrate system. It consists of well-branched filamentous body. Each and every branch. See, here in the erect system, many branches are there. Each and every branches arise beneath the septa. This one is arise beneath the septa. The main axis and the branches of erect system. The main branches and branches of erect system are uniserrate. These branch terminate into a acute point to form a hairs-like structures. This sheath is formed a layer of descending rhizoidal branches. This is the main axis ensheathed cortical cells also. This is the erect system. I think these two systems you can observe. It's clear? Yes?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. Coming to the cell structure. Okay. Here, all cells are made up of, the structure is the cylindrical or rectangular, uninucleate type of cell. Cell wall, normal cell wall made up of cellulose, all common in algae. But here, the cell wall layers also, 3 layers are there, pectins and cellulose. And algae, another very, very important in economic important type of algae time also. I will explain this mostly economic important of class of the PHAEOPHYCEAE. Here, why the economic important, the cell wall made up of 3 layers, no? In that one, pectin and cellulose. Here, algin and fucosidin are also present in cell wall. Very, very important. In the Kara time, I will explain, no? The Kara plant body, you can touch very brittle and rough. Why? In that cell wall made up of calcium carbonate. Same like that, here also in the calcium carbonate Cara also mostly important in endocarpus. Here also the ectocarpus are Phaeophyceae member. Not only ectocarpus, you can read out the different examples also. Laminaria, sargassum, these also. Not only ectocarpus. But in UG level, you can study this only. No, that's why I'll explain ectocarpus. You can read out the laminaria and sargassum also. Okay, coming to the this cell wall to made up of cellulose pectin is very common. But what type of is there? Alginine and fucosidine are present in the cell wall. This is the mostly important for the characteristic. This economical important, and these are characteristic gelatinous substance presence in brown algae. Why these are present? That's why the characteristic is called very gelatinous substance are present in brown algae. And coming to the chromatophores. In the starting, I'll explain to the chlorophyceae member. In the the volvox, all the cell wall to present chromatophores, cup-shaped chloroplast like this. Same here also, chromatophores may be a ribbon-like. This also very important. What type of chromatophores are there? Ribbon-like of chromatophores are present irregular outline and disc-shaped. Both are there. Ribbon-like with irregular outline or disc shape of chromatophores are present. Another very, very, very important here, many times to expect the question, the dominant pigment is fucoxanthin. Okay, pigment chlorophyll A and C is common. Beta carotene also common. Other xanthophylls also very common. But in this one, the fucoxanthins, very important for the fucoxanthin. It gives this algae color, algae golden brown color. That's why this is a pigment system is the fucoxanthin is present. That's where the color is called, resemble the color golden brown color. The other photosynthetic pigments are chlorophyll, A, C, beta carotene, and other xanthophylls also present in this pigment system. In this ectocarpus, you can by heart the name, the occurrence to cell structure. Very important for this one. First one is the seaweed, kelps, and ocean algae. These are the example for important for ectocarpus. The thallus is heterotrichous thallus. Two systems are present. One is a projecting and erecting system. That's why this system is called heterotrichous habit. The cell wall, made up of 3 layers. Pectin cellulose is very common. Alginic acids and fucosidins. Alginic and fucosidins are present. That's why the cell wall is a gelatinous and more economically important also present in this algae. Another important, the chromatophores is a ribbon-like, irregular, outline or disc-shaped. And another important is a dominant pigment is present. That pigment name is called fucoxanthin. That's where this algae gives to the color is called the golden brown in color. The other photosynthetic pigment, chlorophyll A, C, and beta carotenes, others are the xanthophylls are present. And final one, the growth of ectocarpus. In erect system, growth is trichothalic. This is also very important in the competitive examining time. Where the trichothalic growth are present, same like that in rhodophyceae also trichothalic development is there. Depending the, I'll explain that in the before slide. Depending the question, the examples to ask in that one, in that time, you can choose the example, correct example. Here in the ectocarpus also, the cells growth is called the trichothalic growth. Intercalary merisstems is present at the base of hair. It is called, what is that one? What is the developed trichothalic? How to trichothalic developments is present in the ectocarpus, not only ectocarpus, in Phaeophyceae member. The intercalary meristems, meristems, different types of meristems are there, no? Particularly here, intercalary meristems present at the base of the heads. Where the heads are there, in that heads, the intercalary cells are present. It is called the development to start. In that type of development is called the trichothalic development. Trichothalic meristems. It increase in the size, length, and terminal heads are vegetative cells of the branch. The growth is prostrate system is the apical growth is present. See, you can observe the picture. This is a hair-like is there. This is the intercalary meristems. The growth is like this. Okay, it's clear.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, next one is the reproduction. Coming to the here, the different type of reproduction is there. In this one, the reproduction also most important. No vegetative reproduction. You can observe only two types of reproduction. That too, asexual reproduction in sexual reproduction. Two types of reproduction. One second. Two types of reproduction is there. One is the asexual and sexual reproduction. Here, the asexual reproduction, the first reproduction, asexual. The asexual reproduction, takes place by the zoospore formation. Yes or no? Where the spores are to produce, in that is called the asexual. Here also, asexual reproduction is called the zoospore formation. Zoospore formation is the main important, but what type of zoospore? Biflagellate zoospores. These zoospores are called produced two types of zoospores. Biflagellated zoospores. Yes or no? These zoospores may be haploid, may be diploid is there. This is to produce the two types of zoospores. One zoospore name is called unilacular zoospore. Another zoospore name is called the plurilacular zoospore. These two type of zoosporangia may be produced on the same plant or on different plants. The unilacular zoosporangia form haploid zoospores, and the plurilacular sporangia form the diploid zoospores. Uni meaning, single one. Pluri meaning double. Okay. These are the both kind of zoospores on the same diploid sporophytic plant. Some are terminal and single lateral branches. You can observe the picture. Both are there. This one is a plurilacular sporangia. This one also plurilacular. You can observe in the single one is there. This is a unilacular sporangia. Uni meaning one, pluri meaning many. Only one sporangia to produce unilacular zoospore. Second one is a multilacular or unilacular sporangia is there. The first I will explain to the unilacular. See, this is a development of unilacular sporangia. The unilacular sporangia develops single on the tip of very small branches. The terminal cell of the bractlet gradually increase in size. This terminal one is a gradually increase in size and become is the ellipsoidal shape. This cell function as sporangial initial. Here in that initial, the nucleus of sporangial initial cell first divide by the meiotic division. followed by equational divisions. The result, formation of 30 to 64 haploid nuclei. That is, haploid nuclei is present. In that haploid nuclei, the nuclear divisions are not followed by the wall formation, and the sporangia remains unilacular. Why wall formation is not there? In the way the systems in embryology time, in the explanation is there. Two types of divisions are there: wall formation and like the simultaneous division, successive division. Yes or no? But in the nuclear, where the unilacular sporangia development type, the nuclear division are not followed by the wall formation, and the sporangia remains unilacular. Each nucleus of sporangium gets surrounded by protoplast segments and ultimately transform into the 30 to 64 zoospores. How many to form? 32 to 64 zoospores. And each zoospore is piriform uninucleate with two lateral inserted unequal flagella. Each zoospore like this. You can observe in the picture. Each one is a unequaled flagellas are there. The anterior flagella very long. That is a pantonymic and direct forward to the posterior one is a very short. That is a acronomic and direct backwards. The two unequal. You can observe this one. One is the very long one is a very acronomic and pantonymic. That is that one. Anterior way is very long. Where the anterior is there, very long. That is the pantonymic. And second one is the small. That is the shorter one. Shorter, that is the posterior side is a very short acronomic indirect backward side. This type of zoospores discharge en masse in gelatinous matrix through a terminal pore in the zoosporangium. Terminal in sporangium. The zoospores, after being discharged, terminal in spherical mass at the apex of sporangium. These zoospores become freely swim in water. These zoospores, all are zoospores is a haploid, withdraw the flagella and attach to the substratum by their anterior end. The zoospore germinate within to the 2 to 3 hours produced a new ectocarpus. These are to produce to the new ectocarpus species, and this one is the all are the haploid position. The ectocarpus plant, which is similar to sporophytic plant structure. These plants are called gametophytic plant. Because on maturity they are plurilacular gametangia are produced gametes. That's why these are the haploidetic plants to produced. Coming to the second one, plurilacular sporangia. The development of unilacular, and second one is the plurilacular development. Like unilacular sporangia, this is a diploid condition. Like unilacular sporangia, the plurilacular sporangia also develop from the terminal cell of the bractlet of diploid sporophytic plant. Why this is a diploid condition? That's why the cells which form as a sporangial initial enlarge in size become spherical elongated structure. You can observe that in the picture. Spherical and elongated structure. It repeatedly undergo transfer division to form to the 5 to 12 cells. The many transverse and vertical divisions result in the formation of small cube-like structure. Each and every cube, just one whole, small cubes to form. All are arranged in 20 to 40 transfer types. These cells are arranged in irregular rows. This multicellular structure is called, this structure name is called plurilacular sporangium. The protoplast of each and every diploid nucleate cell of the sporangium is transformed into a single biflagellate. You can observe single biflagellate zoospore. The zoospores of plurilacular and unilacular sporangia are identical in structure, but zoospores are plurilacular sporangia are diploid and zoospores of unilacular sporangia are haploid condition. One is the diploid and haploid. The mature zoospores are liberated from the zoosporangium through a apical or lateral ports. And these zoospore remaining 4 to 5 hours then germinate into the diploid thallus, which later on bears unilacular and plurilacular both sporangia. These diploid condition of the zoospores multiply or sporophytic plant, they do not play any role in alternation of generation. This is a must. The formation of the unilacular and plurilacular sporangia is affected by environmental conditions like temperature, salinity of water. The best example, ECTOCARPUS silicus. This is the very most important example, this one. The produced the unilacular sporangia at 13 degrees centigrade temperature. The plurilacular sporangia at that temperature to produce the degrees is the 19 degrees centigrade, and both uni and plurilacular at 16 degrees centigrade also. And coming to the next one is the sexual reproduction in this one. The sexual reproduction in ectocarpus takes place by the isogamous or anisogamous. Majority species is the isogamous and homothallism. Some species are anisogamous. Mostly ectocarpus, ectocarpus sericundus is heterothallic, and this one is the anisogamous type. Very important here. What type of is there? Anisogamous. Ectocarpus is the anisogamous also present. That one is the sericundus or the heterothallic anisogamous. The gametes are produced in the plurilacular gametangia. These gametangia are many cells are present, elongated, sessile, short stalk, and conical structure, germinate or produced on the haploid plant. These are developing from the myozoospores. These one, what are the to produced in this one? Myozoospores. These myozoospores develop in the gametangia in similar to that of the plurilacular sporangia. Here, these development from terminal cell of lateral branch, where you can observe these all terminal cells of the lateral branches. The gametangial initial get inflattened. It divide mitotically. By repeated transfer division, it produced vertical rows of flat cell. These cells undergo repeated vertical transfer division. They form 100 very small cube-like structure cells are present. These cells are arranged into 24 to 40 transfer cells. The transfer rows. The protoplast and each cell metamorphose into a single pyriform biflagellate haploid gamete. The flagella laterally attached. The zoospores gametes are similar in structure, but the gametes are relatively that is very small in size. These gametes are liberated from the apical pore in the gametangia. Coming to the sexual reproduction, two different three stage, one is the isogamy, second one physiological anisogamy, third one is the morphological anisogamy. Isogamy species Ectocarpus pullucis, Ectocarpus globiferus. These examples are very, very important. You can by heart it, these examples, both example. Here, in this species, the fusion takes place between alike gamete. In this one is the fusion takes place between alike gamete. These gametes belonging to small plant or even to the same gametangium. This is the anisogamous type. Coming to the physiological anisogamy. This is very, very important to expect the question here only. Here, when different name, different topic are there. That's why to expect the question where in the physiologically isogametes, it occurs the species in the species like Ectocarpus siliculosus, belonging to the fusing gametes. In this one is the fusing gametes are identical morphologically, but they show different sexual behavior. One is less active and is called the female gamete. Two types of gametes is there, identically morphological, but they show to the different behaviors are there. One gamete is the very more less active, that is female gamete. Another one is the more active, that is the male gamete. These two gametes, female gamete soon comes to rest. It settle on a substratum. It becomes surrounded by active male gamete. The male gametes attach themselves to the female gamete through their anterior flagella. These encouraging flagella contract. The body of the male gamete comes in contact with the female gamete. The fusion name is called clump formation. Very, very important. See this picture. You can observe this is the female gamete surrounding the total to attachment of the male gamete. This formation name is called clump formation. This one is a very, very important to expect the question here also. The female gamete soon come to rest. It settle to substratum. It becomes surrounded by active male gamete. The male gamete attach themselves to female gamete through their anterior flagella. This and observe the anterior flagella. The across flagellum contracts. The body of one of the male gamete comes in contact with the female gamete, and the fusion takes place. This phenomena is called what is this one? Clump formation. Coming to the last one, morphological anisogamy. It occurs the species Ectocarpus secundus. In this case, the two fusing, you can observe this one picture. In this one, the two fusing gametes are dissimilar in size. They are produced in different gametangia. The smaller one are produced microgametangia. Larger one is produced megagametangia. This is type of that one name is called the morphological anisogamy. Coming to the fertilization, or here fertilizations occurs and diploid zygote is formed. There is no zygotic meiosis. The zygote germinate into a diploid sporophyte. Another very, very important in the life cycle is called alternation generation of life cycle. Here ectocarpus shows isomorphic alternation of generation. What is the meaning of isomorphic? There is a alternation of morphologically similar gametophytic, that is a haploid condition, and the second one is the sporophytic. Second is the sporophytic condition. These are the haploid condition, and sporophytic is the diploid generation in its life cycle. Here the sporophyte is diploid. It develops two types of sporangia. One is the zoospores are produced in these sporangia. The zoospores are produced by mitosis, that is the mitozoospores in plurilacular sporangia. The mitozoospores germinate into a diploid sporophyte. These spores cause reduplication of the sporophytic generation. Here, the meozoospores germinate to give rise to a haploid gametophytic plant, and the gametophyte develop plurilacular gametangia. These gametophytes are similar to the sporophyte in the morphologically. Haploid gametes are produced in the gametangia. These gametes fuse to form a diploid. It is also replicated by the parthenogenesis. In this case, the gametes from plurilacular sporangia form new gametophytic generation. This is the life cycle name is called alternation generation of the life cycle. This is the total type study of the ectocarpus. I think it's understood.
Yes, madam.
Sir, shall I
Okay,
start
is there any doubt, my dear friends? తెలుసు మనకు ఎక్టోకార్పస్ ఏది గోధుమ శైవలాలు ఫియోఫైసికి చెందినటువంటి శైవలాలని మనకు తెలుసు. ఇందులో ప్రత్యేకించి థాలస్ నిర్మాణాన్ని మనం గమనించినట్లయితే విషమతంతుక స్థితి కనబడుతుంది. అంటే నిటారుగా పెరుగుతున్నటువంటి అదేవిధంగా ప్రాకుతూ ఉన్నటువంటి వ్యవస్థతో కూడినటువంటి థాలస్ను మనం గమనిస్తాం. ఇది దీంట్లో ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రత్యేకత. అంటే ప్రోస్టేట్ అండ్ ఎరెక్ట్కి సంబంధించినటువంటి రెండు రకాల విషమతంతుక స్థితిని థాలస్ను మనం ఇక్కడ గమనిస్తాం. దాంతో పాటుగా ఇందులో థాలస్తో పాటుగా ప్రత్యేకించి మనము ప్రత్యుత్పత్తికి సంబంధించి ముఖ్యంగా అలైంగిక ప్రత్యుత్పత్తికి సంబంధించి సిద్ధ బీజాశయాలకు సంబంధించి ఏకబిలయుత సిద్ధ బీజాశయం బహుబిలయుత సిద్ధ బీజాశయానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి నిర్మాణాలు నేర్చుకుంటాం. అంటే మనకు ప్లూరిలాక్యులార్ అదేవిధంగా యూనిలాక్యులార్ స్పొరాంజియాకు సంబంధించి కూడా మనం నేర్చుకున్నాం. దాంతో పాటుగా ఇందులో త్వచానికి సంబంధించి థాలస్లో ఉండేటువంటి ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి వర్ణద్రవ్యాలు కానీ దాంతో పాటుగా ఈ తరగతికి చెందినటువంటి అంటే ఫియోఫైసి తరగతికి చెందినటువంటి శైవలాలు ముఖ్యంగా గెయింట్ బాడీస్ అంటే అతిపెద్ద దేహాలు కలిగినటువంటి థాలస్ ఈ ఫియోఫైసికి సంబంధించినటువంటి శైవలాలు మనకు తెలుసు. ముఖ్యంగా సీ ఫుడ్ అంటే సముద్రం నుంచి వచ్చేటువంటి ఈ పశువులకు కానీ మానవులకు అవసరమైనటువంటి అయోడిన్ ఇతరత్ర బ్రోమిన్ ఇతరత్ర మూలకాలను అందించేటువంటి శైవలాలు కూడా గోధుమ శైవలాలను మనం చెప్పుకుంటాం. ఈ గోధుమ శైవలాలకు ఉన్న ప్రత్యేకత ఏంటంటే శైవలాల్లో ఇక్కడి వరకు మాత్రమే గమనయుత సిద్ధ బీజాశయాలు కానీ గమనయుత సంయోగ బీజాలు కానీ ఉంటాయి. అంటే మనకు మొటైల్ జూస్పోర్స్ కానీ లేదా మొటైల్ గెమెటోఫైట్స్ కానీ మొటైల్ గ్యామెట్స్ కానీ ఇక్కడ మనం గమనిస్తాం. అంటే చలత్ సిద్ధ బీజాలు కానీ చలత్ సంయోగ బీజాలు కానీ ఈ ఫియోఫైసి వరకు మాత్రం ఉంటాయి. రోడోఫైసి సైనోఫైసికి సంబంధించి మనం గమనించినప్పుడు ఈ గమనయుత సంయోగ బీజాలు కానీ కషాబాలు కానీ అందులో మనకు కనబడు. ఇందులో కషాబాలకు సంబంధించి కూడా మేడం గారు చాలా క్లియర్గా చెప్పారు. మనకు విప్లాస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్లాజెల్ అని అదేవిధంగా టెన్షల్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్లాజెల్ అని చెప్పారు. అక్రోనిమాటిక్ అండ్ ప్యాంటోనిమాటిక్ ఫ్లాజెల్ ఉంటుందని మనకు ఇది చెప్పుకోవడం జరిగింది. ఇది వీటికి సంబంధించినటువంటి అత్యంత ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి లక్షణాలు. అంతేకాకుండా జీవిత చక్రానికి సంబంధించి మనం గమనించినప్పుడు ఇందులో సమరూప ఏకాంతర దశలు గల జీవిత చక్రాన్ని మనం గమనిస్తాం. ఐసోమార్ఫిక్ ఆల్టర్నేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ జనరేషన్స్ ఈ మనకు ఈ ఎక్టోకార్పస్ లో మనం గమనిస్తాం. ఏది ఫియోఫైసి తరగతి చెందినటువంటి గోధుమ శైవలాలకు చెందినటువంటి ఈ ఎక్టోకార్పస్ లో అత్యంత ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి నిర్మాణంగా అంటే ఇందులో ఉండేటువంటి ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి పాయింట్స్ గా మనం ఇక్కడ చెప్పుకోవడం అనేటువంటిది జరిగింది. ఇవన్నీ కూడా సాధారణంగా ఫియోఫైసికి చెందిన శైవలాలన్నీ కూడా ఎక్కువ మటుకి మనకు సముద్రపు శైవలాలుగా మనం భావిస్తాం. కెల్ప్స్ ఈ పాయింట్ కూడా గమనించాలి. కెల్ప్స్ అనేటువంటివి మనకు అసలు సముద్ర కలుపు మొక్కలే కెల్ప్స్ అంటే సముద్ర కలుపు మొక్కలు. ఆల్గే అనే పదానికి అర్థం సీవీడ్స్ సముద్ర కలుపు మొక్కలు. దానికి నిజమైన అర్థం ఎక్కడ ఉంటుందంటే ఈ మన గోధుమ శైవలాలు లేదా మనకు మన బ్రౌన్ ఆల్గేకి సంబంధించినటువంటి వీటిలో మనం గమనిస్తాం. వీటితో పాటుగా ఈ బ్రౌన్ ఆల్గేలో మనకు థాలస్ అనేటువంటిది మనకు ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే మృదువుగా ఉండేటువంటి మెత్తగా ఉండేటువంటి నిర్మాణాలు లామినేరియా ఈ హోల్డ్ ఫాస్ట్ ఉండి అవి ఆధారానికి అతుకోబడి ఉండేటువంటి స్థాపనాంగ కణాంగం చేత ఉంటాయి లామినేరియా. అదేవిధంగా ఇతరత్ర మనకు ఏది మన థాలస్ తో కూడి ఉండేటువంటి మృదువైన దేహాలు కలిగి ఉండేటువంటి స్పాంజ్ లైక్ టిష్యూ కలిగి ఉండేటువంటి మృదువైన కణజాలాలతో కూడి ఉండేటువంటి నిర్మాణం ఇక్కడ మనకు కనబడుతుంది. అంటే క్లోరోఫైసీలో మనం ఏకకణయుతాల నుంచి మొదలుకొని మనకు సినోబియం నుంచి మొదలుకొని నెమ్మదిగా పరిణామ క్రమంలో ఫియోఫైసికి వచ్చేసరికి మనకు విషమతంత్రిక స్థితిలో ఉండేటువంటి దేహం అదేవిధంగా మృదువైనటువంటి స్పాంజితో కూడి ఉండేటువంటి నిర్మాణాలు మనకు థాలస్ లో కనబడతాయి. ఇది కాంప్లెక్సిటీ ఇక్కడ మనం గమనిస్తాం పరిణామ క్రమంగా. ఇది గమనించాలి. ఓకే మేడం, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. యు ఆర్ presented వండర్ఫుల్ and your PPT slides are wonderful and beautiful slides are presented. Harish and Malesh, Hazina and Shalini, what about any doubt? No doubt? Okay. So thank you very much, madam. We'll meet tomorrow.